Shook, people ran into the streets and millions felt the earth shifting beneath their feet in central Canada today. It was an earthquake, magnitude 5, centered north of Ottawa that shook up the nation's capital and was felt far beyond from Montreal to Windsor. There were no serious injuries, but there is damage, and quite a bit of it at the epicenter in rural Quebec. Even in a place like Vancouver Island, where earthquakes are not entirely unexpected, what hit southern Ontario and Quebec today would have been a shock here, too.
Besides the obvious, why is the earth trembling beneath us? Oh, shit.
At an NDP news conference in Ottawa, suddenly the ground shook. And Parliament Hill was evacuated, along with dozens of high-rises in Ottawa. Confused onlookers flooded the streets.
The whole building was shaking, and we're all standing there going, oh my God, what's going on?
The floor just started to shake like crazy, and the whole building felt like it was trembling.
The magnitude 5 earthquake began as loud rumbling sounds, but quickly became tremors. Buildings shook vertically. Inside apartments, fish tanks shook uncontrollably, and people captured it all on their cell phones. The shaking lasted just 30 seconds, but it was enough to knock out this bridge in Buckingham, Quebec, a town north of Ottawa, the epicenter of the earthquake. Tremors were felt as far east as Montreal and as far west as Michigan, even Ohio. Many people were caught off guard.
I had an earthquake in Quebec. It's the first time in my life I ever experienced an earthquake.
Even this live interview of all people, Canada's Environment Minister, was disrupted.
I've never been in an earthquake, but let alone to be on one in the middle of a television interview.
No major injuries have been reported. Scientists say an earthquake of this magnitude is rare, even though we experience dozens of small earthquakes every year.
That's exactly right. It is a rare earthquake. We see an earthquake of this size perhaps every decade or every 2 decades somewhere in eastern Canada. But not unheard of.
June 23rd has been cursed by earthquakes before. A magnitude 7.3 quake rocked the Comox Valley in 1946. In 2001, a massive 8.4 earthquake shook Peru. At the time, it was the largest quake the world had experienced in 25 years. Tonight, Gracefield, Quebec has declared a state of emergency. Damage is extensive in the community of just 2,300 people. Astrid Braunschmidt, A News.